So hi, today's topic will be about what's the real thing in my life. So looking at my PowerPoint, you can already guess what's that all gonna be about, which is snowboarding. I didn't want to be basic like probably everyone else, picking their friends or their family. Of course, I love them all, but I wanted to go much deeper in a sport which helped me in some hard moments in my life. So how it began. When I was about 13 years old, my parents went through separation, and it was very hard for me, my sister, my father, which I was very close. Simply, my dad entered my room a day and asked me if I was willing to go snowboard with him. So I was down. I was willing to. I thought it was this. I thought my future in this sport was really promising, so the next day we were already on the ski slopes, failing together, but always getting ourselves up and continuing. So I'm gonna admit, at first I was a little bit scared to fall. So I was always doing the same slop with my dad, which was the family one, and some friends of mine in school would criticize. I would get some criticism from my friends because they would always blame me that I could do better. Eventually, after a good amount of practice, I would fall fewer times, and I would get in some higher level stops. After, for concerning my board, I saw my board on the internet and I immediately fell in love with it. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough money to purchase it this day. So I started saving my money for 2 years, and eventually I had enough to purchase it with the help of my father. I'll always remember this day. I was at the Christmas parade, and my dad was waiting for me in the car with two cheeseburgers and my snowboard. My joy was simply uncontainable. I was so happy and excited. I was so hyped. I wanted to go try the board immediately, as soon as I could. So I tried it the next day and or the week or so, and it's been 5 or 6 years, and I still love my board. It's so smooth, and it's perfect. So for how I surpass myself doing snowboard. Like I mentioned earlier, I faced a lot of fears while going down or trying some tricks like a 360s or 180s, and lately I've reached a goal of mine, which was to do a front flip. I've been trying this for the 2 or 3 last years, but at each time at the last second I would fall back or change idea because I was too scared of hurting myself or simply failing. But this year I'm happy I did it. I faced my fears and I overcame them. So next year, well, this new season, I'm going big. I'm going for the backflip, and I hope I'm gonna be able to face my fears. So, uh, I'm now gonna talk about the freedom I feel while I'm on top of the mountains or ready to ride. I think it's so good, so good feeling, an extraordinary feeling that I feel when I'm up there, being in control of myself and my thoughts, and simply clearing my mind, looking at the view with my friends. I think it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful sport. So finally, there's a picture of my brother, my sister, and me on your left. Uh, I think I think snowboard is perfect to reunite or to bring everybody together, or it can be your friends, your family, or even strangers. It's a great occasion to make some new friends. I had a quote to read. Life is like snowboarding. You must get up every time you fall. Once you stop falling, you then begin to enjoy it. If you stay down, you will never see why people love it so much. I think it's a great summary of why I chose this because I think I'm somebody with great perseverance. Each time I fall, I always get up, push back, and always accomplish my goal. I think this sport very defines me, and I wouldn't even categorize it as a sport, but in a lifestyle.